What's going on, guys? Thanks for stopping by the channel. In today's video, we're breaking down 3 separate ways of creating income, the differences in each, why they're important for you guys, and how to leverage them across each other. I'm also going to give you 2 separate types of losses. That's right, losses in your business that if you're not aware of these, you're not trying to plug the leaks in your business. And if you don't plug these leaks, you're leaving net income on the table every single year. So if you like the video, guys, once you watch it, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, guys. I'd appreciate it. It would help me out. And I'm going to help you guys out right now by breaking down 3 different types of ways of creating income. We're going to start out with the most common one, but also the worst one in my opinion, which is active income. And I know you guys see number 4. Yes, there is a 4th one I'm going to give you guys. There's a little caveat, so stick around with me. So the first one is active income. So what is active income if you really looked at this? This is an income stream based off time allocation. You're trading your time for income, right? So the most common way of doing this is a job, right? You say, I have a value, I have a skill set, I'm going to trade my time to an employer who's going to trade money back to me. So usually, let's say it's a $60,000 a year job. You're going to say, okay, I'm going to trade 40 hours a week of my life to this employer to make $60,000 this year, and they're going to trade this money back for me and the value and skill sets that I bring, and they're going to dictate what I do on a daily basis. This is a very common understanding, and this is what most people do. It's also why you will never achieve wealth in your entire life, because you can't do this through working a job, guys. It does not exist. So what is another common way of active income that is the fastest way to get to your goals, which is building up an investable amount, a disposable income, which we'll talk about here in a second. This would be sales. Sales is the fastest way to acquire and build up some active income or disposable income, which is your income after taxes and living expenses that you can now invest to control these other 2 income streams, which we're about to talk about. Selling insurance, selling real estate, selling a product of some kind, right? Or flipping houses or wholesaling. These are very common ways of creating active income. But the problem is, if you have a life liability, which you will, it's not if but when, children, grandchildren, health issues come up, your time is affected. So if you have time going into other areas of life, you don't have as much time going into your business, which means your income goes down. Also, when you're working for active income, it's fluctuating, right? Some months you sell 6 houses, some months you sell 1, some months you sell 0, some months you sell 5. So this active income creates frustration and burnout. But you need active income to create what's called disposable income, which is your income after taxes and living expenses that you can invest to control the second one and the third one. So the second one, guys, is equity. Now, why is equity important? You can't create wealth without equity. Equity has no time allocation to grow it. Think about what I just said. It takes a little time in the beginning to set yourself into an equity position, but equity grows without you growing it. For example, you had to go buy a stock. You put a little time into researching a stock. You bought the stock. That's your time allocation. But what happens after you own the stock? It can go up or down. Let's say in the next 12 months, it triples. How much time did you put in over that next couple months to make it go up? You didn't put any time into it. You buy a rental property, you stabilize it, buy it, fix it up, refinance out of it, put a tenant in it, and income is coming in from cash flow. But let's say the market went up like it did last year. You didn't put any time in to make that market go up, but your equity value went up. You see Shark Tank and Marcus Lemonis in venture capitalism. You invest in a young startup, a young individual building a startup company. They take off, they build a business. You have an equity position in it. You just got wealthy. So equity is what all wealth creators have because it grows without you trying to grow it with your time. But you have to a little bit of time in the beginning to put yourself in an equity position. Now, this is the third one, guys. This is the most important one, in my opinion, which is passive income. Now, why is passive income so important, and what is it? You hear me talk about this all the time on this channel, guys. Passive income is a recurring income stream that you created with your time once that comes in over and over and over, and it never stops growing because you just layer on top of each other. So as you grow your active income, you could have a big peak month and then a trough month, then a peak month, trough month. But when you're building your residual income, you're just laying a rental property on top of a rental property on top of a rental property. So you're going up. It's a much more progressive way of living your life. And once you get to where you have all your bills, all your living expenses covered, and some money coming in after all your expenses to live your life, you are now what's called financially free, if that makes sense. So you build this up to get to a certain point where it covers all your expenses in life and puts some money in your pocket. And now you don't have to worry about income again unless you want to take it to these big goals that you've always wanted. And then you just push it going forward. Once you have this financial freedom, guys, you get to meet yourself for the first time. You get to focus on your community goals, your relationship goals, your health goals, your faith goals, all the different things that are important in life that a lot of times we neglect because we're trying to figure out how to create money through active income. So look at your active income as a way of creating income after taxes to have an investable amount, and after your living expenses, this is your disposable income. Then you put this into your business to control rental properties, other forms of equity, and other forms of residual income. Now, the one thing I want to talk on before we go into the loss section, guys, is how important your money is in the beginning of your business. The reason why most people don't ever get wealthy and they'll never save up enough is not because they don't make enough, it's because they spend too much. In the beginning with active income, guys, you need to live way below your means, save every single dollar possible, because the first $1,000 in your business is the most important, and then the next $1,000 is the most important, and so on. So in the beginning of my business, guys, when I had no money and I made my first $1,000 and was up in the green 1,000, that $1,000 seemed like $1 million. Once you have $1 million, $1,000 does not seem like a lot. So be very careful in the beginning of your business, guys. That is the most important thing you guys have, is your principal amount to reinvest to start building these other income streams. Now, over here, I want to give you two separate losses in your business that you guys need to think about. The first one is the phantom loss. Now, this one, guys, is from having inefficiencies in your systems. What is a phantom loss? A phantom loss is, think about a ghost, or a ghost is like see-through, you can't see it. This is a loss in your business that you didn't see or emotionally feel. So if you guys have 50 grand in your bank account, I stole it from you tomorrow, you're going to chase me down because you know who took it and you're going to come after me, right? You emotionally felt that loss in your business. But let's say the same day you were busy because you're out there drinking with your friends, partying on the weekends, and a phone call came into your office and you didn't pick up that phone call, and that was a $50,000 wholesale deal or house flip or real estate transaction. You never knew that you had it because you never called them back, because you're not running a serious business. You're doing it like a hobby. And that was and that net loss was no different than the $50K I took out of your bank account. But since you didn't emotionally realize it, you never felt it in your body, even though net and your net worth at the end of the year, it's the same difference, right? So a phantom loss is the losses in your business that you guys are experiencing every single day, week, and month throughout the year that are actually affecting your business. So not only should you spend time on lead generation, you should spend time auditing your business on the back end to figure out where all these different losses are coming. Are you losing money in certain places? Where's the phantom loss? Where are they at? Can you fix these and can you avoid these? And usually this is done by hiring people or bringing people on or bringing another system into your business. Now, the other one is the follow-up loss. This is the big reason, guys, why so many people fail in business. They're one-touch, one-trick pony, meaning they market to people one time. The follow-up loss is real. If you guys do not follow up with your marketing or clients, someone else is going to get the business. You're going to go pump the tires, get someone interested, and then you're going to disappear because you're out there only focusing on lead generation on the front side of your business, not the back side of your business. And people like me are going to come behind, pick up your deals, pick up your agents, pick up the business that you're losing. So here's what most people do. They market to a house once or twice. Now, why is this important to understand the difference that I'm about to explain to you? Because if you market someone once or twice, what you're doing is you're saying, I have to time the timing. When my postcard hits or when my cold call hits, they have to be ready to sell right then. And if they're not, I'm not going to get the business. This is what new entrepreneurs do. They're trying to time the timing. What successful entrepreneurs do is they create a massive, consistent drip funnel, a long time horizon, so the timing catches up to them. So if I'm sending a postcard to a house every single month, or I'm contacting these people every single month over a 5-year period, it's not if, but when many of these people's timing will catch up to my marketing campaign. So I'm staying consistent over time, so when their timing catches up, I'm in front of them at all times, if that makes sense. So most of you guys are doing one-touch or two-touch marketing, which is why you're not growing a big business. Think about letting their timing catch up to yours, not trying to have your timing catch up to theirs, if that makes sense. So get a good understanding of active income, what this leads to, guys. It's not a long-term strategy. This is a stepping stone to get you to equity and residual income models. Think about what equity can do for you guys. It can grow and create wealth without your time into it. And then the third one is passive income, gives you time and money freedom. It gives you both time and money, which is why it's so important. Also, emotionally, you're not as stressed because it's always growing and never going back. And then over here, guys, spend some time this week and throughout your business. Look at where you can be more efficient with your follow-up and also how you can change your marketing. And also think, is there areas of your business that you're not efficient enough where you can bring in other people's money, other people's time, or other people's technologies or system to plug those phantom losses. And I assure you guys, this year your income will explode. I hope you like the videos, guys. I'll see you when I see you. Okay, guys, here's number 4. I forgot to add this in the video. This is your bonus tip. I want to give you a 4th way of creating income. It's not really an income stream, but it's what turns into all income streams, guys, which is time. So time is the most important thing, guys, because it turns into income streams, it turns into relationships, it turns into opportunities. Time is what turns into everything. It's like clay. It can be built out into anything you want. Now, the thing to think about when you're looking at these other ways of creating income, guys, actively, residually, or through equity models, is your time allocation to create them, your time allocation to maintain them, and your time allocation to grow them. So think about this, guys. Active income, how much time does it take? Continuous time, right? What about residual income? What about the time it takes yourself to put yourself in an equity position that can grow without you? So time is the most important thing, guys. Always time first. Think of time first, money second. You're going to do great. See you on the next one.